Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Good news about Deli.
Yes, I think it's good news, but we need to be careful because he was re-injured after his first injury in Watford, and now we need to be careful. We are happy that start today with the group, and yes, sure, we hope that will be available for Monday, but I'm not sure if we are going to put on the squad or not.
How's Hugo?
Joris? Yes, it's very good. Thank you.
Mentally is okay after Wednesday, he's fine?
Yes, he's very good. He's very good. He's, of course, disappointed like all the team, all the player, because I think we deserve more in that game. I think I explained after in my press conference the feeling. Yes, but he's disappointed like we are.
Everything is achieved. Quality of goalkeeper that he is. Do you feel that some of the criticism is over the top?
Criticism.
It's too much, the criticism from some people?
I promise you I didn't read. And I don't know. I don't know because I use normal, I never read. And but I think football is about to be good, sometimes not so good. And but for me, Hugo is one of the best keepers in the world, and he was man of the match against West Ham few days before to play against PSV, and then again PSV I think was he's not the guilty of the result, and I think football sometimes can happen, type of action. For me it wasn't sent off, it was only yellow card, but then we draw the game and put them in a very difficult situation to qualify for the next stage of the Champions League. But I think Hugo is an important player for us. He's our captain, and no doubt about him.
Obviously, about 24 hours before you play Manchester City at Wembley, there's an NFL game. Logos painted on, different lines. Also, the pitch is narrower, so the coaches and the cheerleaders are all operating up the wing. Does that concern you?
No, maybe it's good for us because we are going to face, I think, one of the best teams in Europe or in the world, like Manchester City, and maybe help us. No, I think it wasn't a plan for us to play in that period on Wembley. That is the problem. And now we cannot complain, and only we need to accept the reality. And the reality is that we cannot change that, and hope that the weather will be good and not kill the pitch, and we can play in a very good condition. And sure that all the people is involved in care the pitch is going to work so hard to try to put in a very good condition. That is my wish, and I hope that happens.
If you beat Manchester City, you'll go above them in the table. What does that say about your season so far?
No, I think we are thinking in try to perform better and to improve. I think, of course, it will be fantastic to beat them, but I think before we need to think into performance better than them, and to improve on our level. And of course, after 90 minutes can happen a lot of things, but I think it's only the beginning of the season and still a lot of work to do until to the end.
Well, you'd have taken being above Manchester City in November at the start of the season, I'm sure.
Sorry?
You would have taken someone offering you to be above Man City in November if that was on offer at the start of the season.
No, of course, sign to be on the top of the table, of course, because should be fantastic for us. But no, over some team like Manchester City. I think on the top, of course, but not over Manchester City. Well, I think it's a very exciting game that we have ahead, and I think it's Monday night, and yes, it will be a massive opportunity to enjoy the game.
Last one from me, and apologies in advance, but you must be doing something right, top or not, because every time Real Madrid need a new manager, and it's quite often,
Thank you.
it seems that your name is mentioned and it has
You
been
are
a
so
game.
clever people.
And it has been a game. How do you feel about that?
Look, like I told before about the question about Hugo, because I am in a different country, my English is not so good. I don't follow too much the media. It's compulsory to know before I arrive here because Simon is in 2 minutes in the way coming here, explain everything that happened, and say, yes, and I put my face, not surprised. No, I say, yes. And sometimes Jesus explains something, but because I am not too much involved in social media, because I don't have social media, I don't have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and nothing, and I don't receive information. That is why my head, my face, I look younger than really I am, and I took that like happened in football. You cannot change nothing. No, it's a normal in that business, normal things.
I am on social media, which is why I look like this.
Yes. My advice is go out. Yes, if you want to have good life and relax life.
You said Hugo is one of the best goalkeepers in the world, in your opinion. I saw him.
Not in my opinion, on the reality. It's not in my perception. It's not in. I am so objective. He's one of the best, for sure.
Do you think he's just being a bit unlucky at the moment, or do you think it might be after the World Cup, he's still getting to terms with the fact he won the World Cup? And
well, things happen, and of course, that is you cannot change what happened. But he was injured. He was very important in games like Newcastle, Fulham, Manchester United, West Ham. I think in all the games that we won, he was very important and was one of the best players on the pitch. And then he didn't play in Watford, against Liverpool. He didn't play against Inter, and we lose games. And I think we have in football, it's a criticize, but we have short memory. And I remember after Watford, we miss Hugo. It's like another player that maybe when Harry was injured or different player. And then if we don't win with Harry, or Harry is not in a good form, or Hugo is, we have short memories. And again, West Ham, I think was the victory in a big percentage was because of Hugo, because it was unbelievable and the performance was brilliant. But I think after, because I think we need to find some responsible when you don't win. But I told after the game, the responsibility is mine. And if we don't win, it's the first to blame. I allow to you and to the fans to blame me, not the player. The player can make a mistake because they are on the pitch. When you play football, always you can make a mistake. It's about the attitude. I mean, for me, the team, the whole squad show from the beginning of the season a fantastic attitude, and we cannot blame one or another.
how good are Manchester City this year? Last year, everybody was like, wow, they're 100 points, scoring a barrel load of goals. Are they still just as good? Have they got better?
No, I think for me they are the best team. today in England. I think fantastic player, an amazing manager and coaching staff. I think the quality of the club, the player and the coaching staff, and of course Pep, made a very difficult opponent, and it's a massive challenge for us to play against them. And I think for me it's an exciting game. It's always about to live a very good experience to play again Manchester City, and of course you can win or you can lose, but we are so excited to face them.
And finally from me, Monday is the start of an incredibly busy period. You've got Monday, then you've got West Ham Wednesday, then Wolves, then PSV, then another game the following weekend. I mean, you do have a relatively small squad compared to the other top 6 teams in the division. Is this period now going to be a real test of keeping them fit, keeping them in good form?
I don't believe that. I think we have a lot of players on the squad, younger, that deserve to be involved too through the academy. And no, I don't believe that we have some disadvantage with the rest of the teams. I think we have our quality, we have our strength in our team, in our player, in our squad, and we are going to try to compete in the best way. Of course, that is not ideal, the ideal situation to compete, but we have the problem, we create the problem, and we need to sort out the problem. It's not to complain anyone, and it's only a little bit unlucky because it's not finished the stadium, and the plan was for Wembley, different things that can happen like NFL games, and you cannot change the date, and we need to accept that reality and not complain, and try to be clever in the way that we are going to approach the games, and try to win the game. That is the most important, because no one is going to explain if we, in case that no win the game, that we play in difficult circumstances in the future. When you lose, and you need to accept the criticize. And in football, when you win, it's easy to explain why you win, but when you lose, you cannot put the excuse, because we create that situation, and we need to sort that.
Let's go with George.
Mauricio, hello.
Hello.
Will some of those players who play on Monday, will they be able to play again on Wednesday, do you think?
I think will be difficult, but we are going to see, because the pre-season was different. When we played last few years in a period, in Christmas period, no, in the Boxing Days, when you play with 48 hours, the difference in between, the gap in between 2 games, you play again teams that are in the similar condition than you. And but now still it's difficult to be in the same condition that different team. If you is going to assess how they are going to arrive, West Ham to the game, I think they are going to play Saturday and then play Wednesday against us. But we play Wednesday and Monday, and then we are not arriving in the similar condition. That is why we are thinking that it will be difficult to put or repeat with some player that is going to play Monday. That is why we are thinking a lot, overthinking. That is not so good, but we need to put 2 teams that will be so competitive in both games, because first of all it's Monday to try to put the best starting 11 to try to be close to win, and then Wednesday, don't be wrong, because we are going to play again a very fresh team away from home again, and sometimes it's not fair, no, because you know very well that in 48 hours it's difficult to recover the player. But if you play again a team that played 48 hours before, maybe the power and the energy is similar, but in that case maybe it's not the same.
on Manchester City, is it going to be hard for Tottenham to compete with them until you move into the new stadium, because they've got such big resources, they can spend millions on Riyad Mahrez, and we know what's happened with you this summer. Is it going to be hard for you to compete with them at the moment?
No, I think it's Manchester City is in another level. It's difficult to compare us with Manchester City. At the end, they won the Premier League last season, and they put, because they showed that they were the best in England, they are in different level to us. We want to achieve and want to reach this level in a different way, but still we are fighting to try to move on and to push up and to achieve another level. But of course, in the moment that the club will be settled in the new stadium, I think will be easy to try in that moment to push the team, to push the club in a similar level that today is Manchester City.
And last one from me. On Tuesday, you said before the PSV match that it's been one of the toughest periods. So what have you learned about yourself as a Tottenham manager in this difficult run of time?
Yes, I think it's a different experience this season than the previous season. I think, I promise you, we are working more than the previous season. We think more, we spend more time assessing and analyze the team, work more in trying to provide the team more individual tool to the player. And yes, I think it's a massive step for us, like a coaching staff. Not about the result, because I think you cannot assess our shop through only result. But if not, in our experience, like a professional, I think it's a massive, massive season for us to learn, and we are learning a lot.
Carrie.
Neil Warnock has said today, Mauricio, that it's virtually impossible to beat Liverpool with the way they're playing at the moment. Is it virtually impossible to beat Manchester City?
In football, nothing is impossible. But of course, we are going to face a very good team, very solid team, a team that have a very good players, excellent player, and of course, Pep is one of the best manager or the best manager on the world, and of course, the strategy always, or the approach of the game always make difficult that. But of course, I don't know. I don't believe that in football you can find something that is impossible to do. But will be difficult, of course, because we need to play well, we need to perform us in our best, and of course to have a little bit luck to win the game, of course.
You said after the PSV performance that if you don't kill off games like that, you don't deserve to be in the knockout stage, but you are just one win away from going above Manchester City. Don't you deserve to be there? Don't you deserve to believe we can beat them?
No, I think we believe that we can beat them, but of course, when you watch the game again or against PSV, you need to force more to the opponent to make the mistake, and you need to score before. I think I am more disappointed now after 1 day or 2 days, because when you watch again, the first save of our keeper in the second half was Michel Bourne after 80 few minutes, and then the second was the goal. And we didn't concede chances, but we received 2 goals. But I think we have a lot of moment during the game that we need to be more aggressive, should be more aggressive and more to force more to the opponent to make mistake and to create, because I think we have the quality. I think we were so comfortable on the second half, and we didn't realize that you cannot allow to the opponent to be alive in this type of games or in this level. When you compete in this level, you need to approfit the situation to kill the game and to kill the opponent. And we show lack of aggressivity in that moment, because it was so comfortable the game. I think the fans they were complain about the game of PSV, and I think that translate to the team, and the team believed that was over the game, but the game never is over until to the end, and that I think is a massive another thing to learn, because I think we move quick in a level that is so tough to keep, and I think we need to show more if we want to keep this level every single year, no, to compete with the best team on Europe.
Hugo Lloris is your captain, your friend. I spoke to him once in a big sit-down interview, and he said that being a financier's son, he actually loves the risk of being in the goal, with it meaning so much if he should make a mistake, or saving the game but not getting the credit. He likes being on that edge. From what you've seen of him this week, how is his mentality, and how much is he looking forward to being tested at Wembley by the best team in the league?
You can help me, Jesus. Okay. Yeah, when you are a keeper, it's because you love to be on risk, because it's a very unfair position. If you are good, okay, it's normally because you are you must save. But if you're not safe, the frustration is massive. You need to be strong in your mentality if you to arrive in that level to play. And all the keepers are so strong. I admire the keepers. I am a person that always admire the keeper, because it's so unfair position, and it's difficult for them to enjoy playing football, and to put in front people that try to kill you, shooting 100 miles and receive the balls, and you need to be brave and to love the risk. And that is why I respect a lot the keeper, and that is why for me is a position that I admire everyone, and it's difficult to complain about the keeper, because it's a position when I was a player and you put some time to shock a little bit, and you put on the goal, and you realize how difficult it is to be a keeper. But for me, all the keepers are strong, and Hugo is so strong. That is why he's playing in that level. He's won the world champion a few months ago, and yes, you need to be so strong to play in that position.
Forgive me, but as you were talking a little while earlier, you said when the club move into Wembley Stadium, there'll be some fans listening to that and be a bit nervous of that. You'll be moving in with the club to Wembley.
To the new stadium.
Yes.
Is it the fans will be worried about?
The fact you said the club, when the club moves into the new stadium, not when we.
Yes, I say with the club. Sure.
Yeah.
No, when we move, I expect to move there. Only Daniel can say, okay, the club is going to move, and you, Gafa, no.
All right, we have the cameras off. Thank you.